All right, so with domain, what letter am I looking at? Am I looking at my X or my Y? Domain is my X. Domain is my X. So in my coordinates, which number is my X? The first one or the second one? The first is my X. So I'm looking at the first number and all those coordinates for my domain. I want to use my brackets to help me list them. And I see I've got -2, 0, +2, and 4. Same thing here. First coordinates, I've got -2, I've got -1, I've got 0, and I've got 1. Just looking at the X values for my domain. My next two problems, I have tables. Remember, we don't care about our Y's. We don't care about our Y's. We're only taking a look at our X's. So for this first one, my X's are -2, -1, 0, and 1. I just have to list those numbers, just list those values. In 4, I have 0, 3, 6. Oh, ugly 6. Let me try again. Hiccup. 6 and 9. Make sure you get commas between everything, otherwise it looks like one long number. Here, for domain still looking at my X. X is my domain. I need to see what are the X values for each of these dots here. Remember, the X-axis is my horizontal axis. The X-axis is my horizontal axis. So what numbers match up there? This one comes down and touches my line at X equals -3. So I've got -3. This one touches at -2. This one's right on -1. This line's at X equals 0 because I don't go anywhere left or right. This one is at +1. And there we go. Those are all my points for the first one. The next one, again, I'm looking for my X values. This one is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my first one. -5. This one is -2. This one is a +1. And that one's a +1, 2, 3, 4. If you're struggling with reading coordinates, there's a video, there's some stuff to help you in the notebook. And then last, we've got our mapping diagrams. Again, I only care about my X, so I'm not worried about my Y. I'm not worried about my Y. I just need to list these numbers here. So I've got 0, 1, and usually, I want to write them in reverse order or numerical order. So the -2 would come first. So I'd write -2. My next biggest number would be 0. And then my last number, I would write 1. Again, I'm trying to write numerical order there. And then for my last one, ugly bracket, I've got -1, then positive 1, then 2, then 3. Double check, make sure you've got your negatives written down, because missing one negative is going to ruin the whole answer for you. Then we're on to range. Remember, range is my y values. Like how the G goes below the line, Y goes below the line. That's how I remember which one I need. Remember, Y value is the second number in my coordinate. So here, I would have the second numbers listed in numerical order. So here they're 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're already in order for me. So I would write 4, 5, 6, and 7. Remember, if they're not in numerical order, it's not wrong, but I'm not going to give you full credit because that's not how mathematicians write it. I don't want to have to do a scavenger hunt to try to figure out where your stuff is. Problem number 2, again, just looking at the y's. So I say I have negative 5, negative 2, 1, and 4. Thinking about a number line, the bigger the negative, the smaller the number really is. So negative 5 is actually my smallest number, even though 5 has the highest value. So I have negative 5, negative 2, 1, and 4. Again, looking at the y's, that's the second number in my coordinates. On my table, only writing my y's, writing my range, my y's. What number is the smallest there? Negative 4 is the smallest number. Then negative 1. Then positive 2. Then 5. Down here at this one, again, only looking at my y's. This is range. I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last bit, range on my on my graph and on my mapping diagram. The y is my vertical line. The y is my vertical line. So I've got to make sure I'm reading numbers to the vertical line. Again, I want to go from smallest number to biggest number. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. This is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this number is negative 3. This number is 0 for my y. This is positive 3 for my y. And this is positive 6 for my y. If it helps you just to list them all out and then put them in order, that works. If it helps you to write it in a coordinate or as a bunch of different sets of coordinates and look at the coordinates, do that. If it helps you to put it in a table, do that. Whatever is going to help you get the right answer there. Here I've got negative 6, negative 2, positive 2, and positive 6. Then down here, which side's my x, which side's my y for mapping diagram? Remember, x is on the left, y is on the right. And because we're doing range, we care about the y's. So I don't need my x. I don't need my x. I just have to list those y numbers. Again, I'm going to put them in order. So this first one, the smallest number here, is negative 2. Then I've got 1. Then I've got 3. Then I've got 4. This last one, we've got -2, -1, 0, and 2. And that is domain and range. If you're still struggling, if you've got questions, send us a message, send us an email. We've got a test next week or next class. Good luck, guys.